Hello and welcome to the News Channel 15's Best Talk Show Host Debate for 2023. I'm Eli Grimes and I'll be moderating this event. I have no prior experience and I was offered $200 to moderate this event, therefore I am the most qualified for this event. At this time, we would like the nominees to take the stage. First off, here comes Senator Rylan Robb. Following him is Representative Micah Henson welcoming the crowd. Okay, settle down. Through a poll we have taken through the local area, the citizens have decided they only have one question, and one question only for our candidates today. And that question: is a hot dog a sandwich? Senator Robb, you have the floor.
Mr. Moderator, thank you so much for asking that question, as I'm sure the people want to know our stances on that. Now, my personal stance? I mean, look, here's the deal, okay? Yeah, a hot dog's a sandwich, and let me tell you why, okay? A hot dog is a sandwich because you take the hot dog itself, right, and you're putting it between two pieces of bread, just like any other sandwich. Ham, cheese, peanut butter, jelly, you're putting it between two pieces of bread, no different with a hot dog. And you know what the best part about the hot dog is? You can put all sorts of toppings on it, and without having to take the bread off, you know? You can put pickles, onions, cheese. You can put your condiments on. Anything you like can go on that hot dog, just like a normal sandwich would. I rest my case.
Thank you, Senator. Representative Henson, you now have the floor. How do you respond?
Okay, so on my side, thank you, moderator, for asking that question. I know it's very prominent for the people of this area, and I know this is exactly what they need as they head to the polls in these next coming weeks. But a hot dog being a sandwich, yeah, it can have all kinds of condiments, it can have onions, it can have pickles all over it. Even relish. I like relish, but, sir, it is not a sandwich. A hot dog is cylindrical, not a patty. Like we have hot dogs, and then you're going to also put it in the same category as burgers, pork burgers, which are very prominent in this area, and all that kind of stuff. No way. Chicken sandwiches. Yeah, it has the word sandwiches in it. Nobody says hot dog sandwich. Nobody says that. You said it was two pieces of bread? No way. It is one piece of bread stitched together in the bakery.
Well, sir, I think you may need to retract that statement because a patty, it has to be a patty to be a sandwich. Are you joking? Have you ever heard of the classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Those don't come in patties. Those come in jars and are spread. Tuna sandwiches, chicken salad sandwiches, delicious, delectable sandwiches. I enjoy them myself. You know, it doesn't have to be a patty. I mean, what about slices of cheese? You never heard of that? Oh my gosh. And the bread, that is
But it's not cylindrical, sir. It's not cylindrical. Like hot dog is cylindrical. With slices of cheese, it's still flat. Who does that? It's not a sandwich. You've heard of cheese sandwiches. That's a thing because it is flat. It is flat. A hot dog, never been called a hot dog sandwich. Nothing like that. You can put all kinds of stuff on it, but it is not a sandwich.
The hot dog has evolved so much more beyond a sandwich that it's just called a hot dog, not a hot dog sandwich, as you called it. That is redundant and ridiculous and preposterous that you would even think about calling it that.
That's exactly why it's a sandwich.
Yeah, it is a sandwich. That's what I'm arguing.
Oh, I just like arguing. That's about it. Please vote for me. So, yeah. See you later. Vote for me. Vote for Micah.
No, vote for me. Vote for Rylan Robb.
2023.
Well, I'm not quite sure what that was or whether it was worth your time or mine, but I would like to thank both candidates for their participation tonight in this sacred institution that we call democracy. From News Channel 15, it's the Not So Late Show live from Mount Carmel.
Welcome to the Not So Late Show. We're a little bit more dressed up than usual. I'm not sure where Rylan is, but you'll see it once he moves on, and here he comes. Rylan, what are you doing? That bit's over. Sit down.
Oh, I kind of forgot the skit was over.
Yeah, you may have won the debate there, but did you really win the debate if I'm the one that made the correct statement last?
No, I definitely won that debate. I mean, yeah, sure, you made the statement, but technically, we both won.
Oh, what is this, participation trophies? Is this what this is?
Nah, the real winner, you know what the real winner is?
Friends along the way.
Exactly, you get it.
It's the friends we make along the way. But, I mean, it was difficult. Words are hard, and so are debates.
Yeah,
and
that's for
speaking
sure.
of words, a man of very many words, Mayor Joe Judge is our guest today. That's why we're a little more dressed up, because we know he'll be in a suit coat once he gets here. But, Mayor Joe Judge is our guest for today, and though we would like to keep talking, we usually have longer intros here. We do know he's a man of many words. So we'll send it to commercial break right now. We'll be right back with the City of Mount Carmel's Mayor, Joe Judge.
We're your friends, your neighbors, and we support our community. For over 100 years, we've been here, leading the way in community service and innovation. We are Mount Carmel Public Utility Company.
Welcome back to the Not So Late Show. With us here now is Mayor of Mount Carmel, Joe Judge. How are you doing today?
Great, Rylan. How about yourself?
Doing fantastic. Can't complain. So start us off by just telling us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Mayor Joe Judge. I'm Mayor of the City of Mount Carmel. Been mayor for 4 years. Been on the city council for going on 12. Have a re-election coming up here in April of this year. My wife, Missy, and I have 2 daughters, Kristen and Laura. Kristen works here locally, and Laura, she is a SIUC student currently.
So as the mayor of Mount Carmel, you do a lot of community work. So what does the community of Mount Carmel mean to you?
Well, the community of Mount Carmel, what it means to me is togetherness. What I love about Mount Carmel is all our service groups and people who aren't involved with service groups per se, but they want to become a part of what the community is all about. You can always reach out for some help or something like that. It's like the tornado of May of last year.
Yeah.
That is what community is about. Community came together for the people that were affected by that tornado. We were able to get the area cleaned up. We had fundraisers, and as a community, we helped rebuild that section of Mount Carmel, which it is a continuing process, but working together and, watching out for each other. That's what really community is about for me.
So, like you've mentioned, you've been mayor for a good while now. So tell us about some of your favorite accomplishments that you've had.
Well, the accomplishments that I'm really proud of we've been able to do here in the last 4 years. You talked about the community and togetherness and things like that. We have been able to bring the Rotary Club and the Kiwanis, the Lions, and other service clubs together to accomplish large projects that the city itself wouldn't be able to financially do. We were able to do a new shelter house out there at the city park, replace the one that was built in 1968 that desperately needed repair and replacement. And then we also put real bathrooms in the city park. That is something that, we had 26 years plus of porta potties out there. We're getting ready to start new Kitty Land. I played on Kitty Land when I was little. So I know it's been there for quite a few years. So to be able to see that to be put out there for the kids, and we've been putting new equipment out there, and it's been the community itself working together with the city to get new items out there. So it is nice to see.
So you just talked about the accomplishments that you have already done, but what's set to be the future? What accomplishments are you going to see in the future that you're set?
Well, our big task that since we've come out of COVID is economic development. We've really put a very good package together to draw businesses to Mount Carmel, and we're working with several new ones that, in my State of the City address a couple weeks back, we could see anywhere from $50 to $100 million in new businesses in 2023 alone that would be committed or started. And so our focus is very heavily on the economic development, but also we have to look at what our infrastructure looks like and make sure that it is adequate for these new businesses coming in. And so we are looking at our water and our sewer and our storm sewer and our roads. Those are the city's biggest assets that we own. And you wouldn't think pipes and roads and sidewalks would be a huge asset, but with the cost of replacement and everything, making sure that we take care of those assets and replace them as we can. And it is a long process, but we hope to have, better roads and new businesses and, new infrastructure in the near future.
Yeah, speaking of that, I know you guys have made a lot of improvements on Cherry Street here in town.
Yes, they just finished the 7th and Cherry Street intersection, and that was a collaboration there again of community.
So when you're leading a community like you've talked about, what qualities do you think that a leader should possess in order to achieve success?
My rule of thumb is listen before you talk. Everybody has issues. It's just like before I got in here, guys, I got a phone call from a local resident that their trash cans got busted up on Monday, and they called the trash company. The trash company came and they picked up their trash cans, and they didn't leave them trash cans. And so, after this show, I'm going and getting them a replacement trash can so they'll have a trash can. But, my big thing is being, as far as the city workers and things like that, I try to lead by example also. I know how to do almost all city employee jobs. I've patched holes in the roads. I have helped dig ditches. I've mowed. Went on rides with the police officers. Firefighters I haven't done much with because I'm not a firefighter. But I have been down there and listened to their concerns. And, I also keep an open door policy and office hours at City Hall, which is something that it's been a very long time since a mayor of Mount Carmel has done.
So, you have a perfect last name to go one way. You could have been Judge. Why didn't you do that? And more importantly, what made you want to be mayor of Mount Carmel?
Okay, so the judge thing, when I was at your ages, I didn't think about going into law. I was an engineering student, actually across the hall from these studios. WVC grad. So anyway, just never really hit me. Now, not to say there may never be that, because my youngest daughter is pre-law, so we'll see. We'll see how that works out for her. As far as what made me want to be mayor, I guess I need to go back to why I wanted to be a city commissioner. And it was real simple at the time. My daughters were young, and I wanted to be involved. I wanted to make Mount Carmel better. 2010, I made the decision, after going to some city council meetings and getting frustrated at what I was seeing, I decided to go ahead and pull a petition. I was one of 19 in 2011 to pull a petition to run for city commissioner. And being one not from Mount Carmel originally, and there wasn't very many of us that were not from Mount Carmel. The rest, a lot of them were from Mount Carmel, but finished 4th out of 19. So, and what's interesting is when you run for city council, you basically, on how you finish is what departments you get. So if you get first, you get to choose whatever departments you want. Second, you get to choose what's left of the 3. Third, you try not to take the street department. And fourth, you get the street department. And mainly, and I say that jokingly, the street department, great group of guys. It's the most visible, and it's the most complained about. And so I was over the street department for 4 years, and then in 2014 made a decision to run again. And this time there were 12 people to run. And finished first at that time, and then I chose finance and senior citizens because, one, my parents were senior citizens, and I wanted to ensure that the senior citizens were taken care of, and to help improve the senior citizens and the offering that we had here in Mount Carmel. And we did. We improved a lot of things. And then in 2018, I thought, I've been a city commissioner for 8 years. I think it's time that I make the decision to, run for mayor. As a city commissioner and you show up for a state meeting up in Springfield, or you go and see people in Springfield, you really don't have a big voice. If you're a mayor, on the other hand, it's a little bit more serious. And I knew at that point we were not getting our voice heard in Springfield. And so I made the decision to run, and I beat the incumbent to become mayor.
Okay, so one more not serious question, and I'll have another one for you right after that. But what's your favorite food or restaurant that, if you have money isn't a thing, nothing like that, but favorite food or restaurant to go to?
So me and Dave Easter went out to Buffalo, New York to look at a piece of equipment for the city. We went to Niagara Falls, just some downtime because of how the flights were. And on our way back to the airport, I asked Dave, I said, hey, you want to try something different? And there is when I say a real Italian, I am talking real Italians, working and doing the restaurant. But it's in Old Buffalo, it's called Mulberry's. And we walked in, and boy, they knew it wasn't, we weren't locals, but it's in the middle of a neighborhood. But I love chicken parmigiana. And the chicken parm that they had was phenomenal. They make everything on site, fresh sauce, pasta's all made there and everything else. And hopefully this summer, me and my wife can make a trip back to Buffalo, since she didn't get to go to Niagara Falls and visit Mulberry's and have that again.
So I said one more question. It's really not a question. Yep. You're an Edwards County graduate. Rylan's an Edwards County graduate. I'm an Edwards County graduate, which means I have access to some certain pictures we have up here.
Yeah.
But we ain't judging.
Nope. Yeah.
Joe Judge was an Edwards County class of 92 graduate. He was 22, and I was class of 21. So, just really not a question. It just putting up there, seeing what I found ahead of our interview with you. But I think that'll do it for the interview portion. We've got our activity next, testing more our public speaking skills, because we know you're great at public speaking as you went throughout this interview, but more testing our public speaking skills. They're not the best, but we'll come back. We have a whole setup ready for you. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
I was sitting on my front porch, and I could tell myself I wasn't feeling real good, and it kept getting a little bit worse all the time. When my oxygen level dropped so low that I ran out of breath completely, I knew I was in trouble. I had professional people there, and they were there at the right time at the right place. And if something like that ever happened again, I'd want the same crew there, because they saved my life. There's no doubt about it.
Welcome back to the Not So Late Show. You might be wondering what this wheel is. I'll explain it real quick. We're going to test our public speaking skills. As we said before the break, Rylan and I not very good at public speaking, but Mayor Joe Judge, I bet, is really good at public speaking. So I'll grab the podium real quick, and I think I'm going to go first because I lost the coin toss between Rylan and I. We'll let the professional go last, save the best for last. You probably won't be able to see the words up here, but we'll tell you what they are. So first one will be what our topic is, and then the next 2 words will be words I have to sneak into this 1-minute speech. I mean, we're not going to stop at 1 minute, but it has to be at least 1 minute. So my topic will be, please, bathtub. What? So my topic is bathtubs. First word I have to sneak somewhere in there is Michael Jordan. And the second word I have to sneak into a minute speech is hippopotamus. Okay.
This will be a great speech.
Okay.
Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so you know 3 big things. 3 big things could be in a way you can talk about popularity, big, like largeness, or anything like that, how popular they are. One popular person, Michael Jordan. Another thing, and what we're overarching here, is bathtubs. So you can fit a hippopotamus into a bathtub. Michael Jordan probably promoted bathtubs before. I mean, he promoted everything back in the 90s. He was very popular. So bathtubs, they're pretty good for everybody. Stop laughing. This is a great speech, and I should win an award for this. Anyway, don't keep counting that with my time. But bathtubs, they're usually white, but they can be any color. They could be this blue, they could be that red, and it could be that black. But you can fit Michael Jordan and hippopotami. Anyway, is that my minute yet?
That's a minute.
Let's go. So, your turn, Rylan.
Well, anyways, it is now time to do my speech here with our random words. So for my first word here in my topic, it'll spin. There we go. Okay, the first word that I have to give this speech on is about Micah. You look excited about this.
That's your topic.
Yeah, it's my
not something
topic.
you have to sneak in. You have to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
Overarching.
That'll be fine.
I really hope you talk about my big biceps. That's up there. That's up there. I'm really strong. Please.
No,
please be up there.
it could be small biceps too.
Shh. Go ahead.
All
Find
right,
your
next
2.
click. Let's go. Boom. Okay, next one. It's Twilight.
I've never seen the movie.
You have in the speech. Next click. And aquarium. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So, just to summarize here, I have to give a speech about Micah, but sneak in the words Twilight and aquarium. Okay.
You ready? 3,
Help me down.
2, 1.
Hi there. Have you ever wondered who is a great talk show host? Well, that would be my great co-host, Mr. Micah Henson. Now, he has been to lots of places. He's been to the zoo. He's been to the aquarium. But he's a super personable guy. He's down to earth, and he loves movies. And his favorite movie franchise of all time is Twilight. He won't shut up about it. I mean, he loves all the vampire stuff. I mean, he likes all the guys in it, all the vampires. He will not stop talking about it, especially the books. He likes the books too. He likes to read, and he is just a super big fan of the series. But Micah is a super fun guy, and he loves Twilight. Is that my minute?
Nope, you still got 3 seconds.
Micah likes Twilight.
Minute.
All right,
now it's time for the professional,
Yes.
Joe Judge.
All right.
Hey, how about you put that back on at a height that he can reach? But now it's time for the professional Joe Judge, the mayor of Mount Carmel, to give his wonderful speech. What's the topic going to be? Let's go ahead and click that there. And the topic will be about jack-o'-lanterns.
Jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, getting a little festive with the Halloween. We're a little bit of ways before then.
It's right around the corner. What are you talking about?
Really?
Yeah.
For sure. And the 2 words you have to sneak in, first of which is Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
And the third one will be none other than Professor.
Professor.
I mean, you can say it however you want. I don't know why I said it like that.
So jack-o'-lanterns is the topic.
And 2 words you have to move in there is
Mickey
Mouse
and Professor.
Professor.
Let me take a drink on this one,
All right.
guys. I mean, the Twilight with the Micah Henson, and I was really, wanting to hear if you were pro Edward or I'm trying to think of the other guy.
Hey, Rylan, have you ever watched that movie?
No.
I didn't know those were characters in that movie.
Oh. I had to sit through it because my wife's a big Twilight fan.
Well, there you go. That would do it.
Anyway.
Time starts now.
You know, when my daughters were little, we used to make jack-o'-lanterns while watching Mickey Mouse. And, she wanted to become the professor of the making of jack-o'-lanterns. And to be able to do that, we went to the pumpkin patch, and we were able to pick out the perfect pumpkin to make a jack-o'-lantern. And she would always want to make a design of Mickey Mouse on it. So much so that she wanted to be able to take it to Disneyland with us one year so we could show it to Mickey and Minnie. And the professor there at Walt Disney World could judge it to see if it was the perfect jack-o'-lantern for what she had done to represent Mickey Mouse. So it was always her dream to do that. And though she never accomplished it or was able to go to Walt Disney World to show the jack-o'-lantern that she created of Mickey Mouse, it was able to be seen by all of the people in Mount Carmel.
All right, that's a Wow. He already had them already done. He had the first 3 done.
He had 5 seconds.
All in the first 10 seconds of that first speech. But you're professional. There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, very professional.
It
If
was
you want to just move that out of the way real quick.
Yes.
All right. So I think that'll do it for our activity and our interview with you. Thank you for coming on. We really enjoyed you coming on. So anything, last thoughts before we send you off into out into the world of Mount Carmel again?
I really appreciate you guys showing the pictures of me when I was 18 and I actually had hair. A lot of people, never thought I had hair apparently. So my sister always, makes sure she cracks a joke about, those pictures. But anyways, thank you guys. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
So after this short break, we'll wrap up this episode, and we'll be right back.
For over a century, the First National Bank has been here, serving our local communities. We're proud to still be locally owned and managed, with friendly customer service from people that you know and trust. We're here to support our neighbors, investing in our communities. We're proud to provide the latest in digital banking technology, serving as your complete financial partner. Visit us online at fnba.bank or stop by one of our convenient locations in Allendale, Mount Carmel, Carmine, or West Salem today. The First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And welcome back to the Not So Late Show. And with me here is, of course, my co-host, Mr. Micah Henson. You didn't think I'd forget, would you? I had to keep the streak alive. I've done it pretty much every episode. I can't.
You are a very forgetful person. You will forget it at some point. And that'll be okay. But we've got the streak alive still right now, Rylan. We still got it alive.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We'll forget it at some point.
Yeah, probably.
You're going to forget my name one of these times.
Who?
Anyway, so thank you to Mayor Joe Judge for coming on. And Rylan, I think you've got a little buddy that's staring down your neck right now.
Hey, Stitch. You want a fist bump?
Yeah, he's made of cotton.
I kind of forgot.
He can't. He's not real. Yeah, only in my eyes. Ain't that right?
Well, while Micah talks to Stitch here, I think that's pretty much going to be it for this episode. Just make sure to, of course, follow Mayor Joe Judge on his Facebook page And while you're there, make sure to check us out on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, which is all on your screen for your convenience right now. Micah, you have anything else to add before we wrap her up?
Again, thank you to the City of Mount Carmel Mayor Joe Judge for coming on. He did make us dress up a little bit, but I feel confident in this. It feels really nice to where you're burning up, but I feel confident in this. That'll do it for us on this episode of the Not So Late Show. Again, thank you to Mayor Joe Judge. We'll see you next time.
News Channel 15, winner of the Intercollegiate Broadcasting System Award for the nation's best community college TV station.